こんにちは、ジャパニーズアモのミサです。Hey guys! Today I'm going to explain how to use んじゃない。So this is actually the part 2 of the no particle, the explanatory particle. So if you haven't seen the lesson on the no particle, and also the previous one which I explained how to use じゃない and じゃん, the negation but not just negation thingy. And today we are going to combine the which comes from the no particle and じゃない which is negation. So last time I explained that if you put じゃない or じゃん with the question mark after the affirmative, かわいいじゃない、かわいいじゃん、あるじゃない、あるじゃん, then that means you know, you must remember or write, but I know that you understand or you feel the same way. And if you say じゃない, you tend to sound feminine. And you will hear this a lot in anime, or if you talk to elderly Japanese women, you might hear this. But generally, you want to use じゃん informally and じゃないですか formally, right? じゃないですか, although it has じゃない, it wouldn't sound feminine. Both men and women use this. But this んじゃないdoesn't sound feminine. So if you're speaking informally, even if you're a man or woman, you'd use this んじゃない. And if you want to sound more formal, you can say んじゃないですか, んじゃないですか. And what do they mean? They are used when you want to express that you aren't so sure, but you're guessing. So you can often translate like I'm guessing or probably. For example, I'm with my friend and we both want to eat something and we're looking for restaurant, レストランを探してる. And my friend is like, oh, this restaurant looks nice. このレストラン良さそう. But my friend is also like, 高いかな? I wonder if it's expensive. 高いかな? And if I want to say, I'm guessing it's expensive from the way it looks. If it looks fancy, the entrance looks really fancy, I would say 高いんじゃない?高いんじゃない? So 高い expensive and んじゃない to make it sound like I think it's expensive. So in this case, I can also say 高いと思う to mean I think it's expensive, or 高いかも to mean maybe it's expensive. Like if you put かも at the end, then that means maybe. And if you want to say probably, you can also use the word 多分, which means probably. 多分高い. You have to put it at the beginning though, so it might be a bit confusing. But when you want to say probably, you put it at the beginning. 多分高い. When you want to say maybe, you put it at the end. 高いかも. I think it's expensive, then you say 高いと思う, right? But if you say 高いんじゃない, then it's like I'm not sure, but I think it's expensive. And guys also say んじゃね, like 高いんじゃね, 高いんじゃね. Again, it sounds rough, but if you're with your friends, you can say, or another situation, your friend is like, oh, my boyfriend isn't replying to me. 彼氏が返事してくれない。彼氏が返事してくれない。And you can be like, 忙しいんじゃない?忙しいんじゃない? I don't know, but maybe he's busy. 忙しい busy. んじゃない? So, if you say 忙しいと思う, then it's a bit too much of a statement, like you think you're busy, but it kind of sounds like you know him better than her, which is a bit weird because the girlfriend should know the situation better than you. So 忙しいと思う sounds a bit odd here. You could say 忙しいかも and 忙しいかも and 多分忙しい maybe he's busy, probably he's busy. They also sound more sure than 忙しいんじゃない This んじゃない is really useful when you don't know anything, like you're not sure but you are making an assumption. For example, you've never had a baby but your friend's baby is crying and your friend is like panicking, like, oh, I don't know why she's crying, and you don't really know why the baby is crying, but you just want to guess, like to make your friend maybe feel better, or just, you know, just give any suggestion without sounding like, I think the baby is hungry. That's not really what you should say. You want to say, お腹空いてるんじゃない？お腹空いてるんじゃない？ Maybe your baby is hungry. お腹空いてるんじゃない？ Or you get a new dog and your family is like, I don't know why the dog is panting, like and you also are not so sure. You could be like, 暑いんじゃない？ Maybe the dog is hot. 暑いんじゃない？ So again, it's really important to put the there. You might think it's just tiny there. Maybe if you're not used to Japanese, you don't really even hear it. But 暑いじゃない？暑いじゃない？ and 暑いんじゃない are completely different. 暑いじゃない is like, you must feel the same way. It's hot, right? You know, it's hot. Whilst 暑いんじゃない is like, I'm guessing he's hot, it's hot. So for example, you're from Australia and you know Australia very well, and you're talking to another person who knows Australia well, and you want to say like, as you know, it's really hot right now in Australia. Like, you could say, 今オーストラリアは暑いじゃん or more feminine way. オーストラリアは今暑いじゃない And if you want to say this more formally, you can say, オーストラリアは今暑いじゃないですか So that's like, as you know, it's hot right now in Australia, so everyone is swimming. みんな泳いでる for example. But if you say, オーストラリアは今暑いんじゃない Then that's more like you're guessing. I don't know, but I'm guessing it's hot right now in Australia. So basically you can put any noun or adjective or verb in front of this んじゃない as long as it's in the simple form, so it can't be in the must form. So if you're going to put a verb in front of んじゃない make sure it's in the dictionary form or the simple form, or like informal past tense, informal negation, so on. For example, if you want to say, I'm guessing he's going, you can say 行くんじゃない？行くんじゃない？ You can't say 行きますんじゃない？ This would be wrong. If you wanna just say this formally, you wanna put ですか at the end, like 行くんじゃないですか? I don't know, but I guess he's going. But if you wanna say, I don't know, but I'm guessing he went, the past tense, and again, you can't say 行きましたんじゃない? You have to say 行った, the informal past tense. 行ったんじゃない? 行ったんじゃない? Or 行ったんじゃないですか? And although at the beginning I said affirmative plus んじゃない, you can put negation too. So if you say 行かないんじゃない, then that means I'm guessing he's not going. 行かないんじゃない? I don't know, but I think he's not going. To be honest, you can also put the negation in front of じゃない and じゃん. I should have mentioned that in the previous video. You could, for example, say 可愛くないじゃん. You know, it's not cute. 美味しくないじゃん. 静かじゃないじゃん. You know, it's not quiet. If you thought can you use じゃない with じゃない? Yeah, you can. You could say 静かじゃないじゃない which might sound funny, but you can. But again, it sounds feminine, so most people say 静かじゃないじゃん. But yeah, if you want to say this formally, you'd say 静かじゃないじゃないですか静かじゃないじゃないですか I mean, you know it's not quiet. I know you know it's not quiet. So just like that, you can put negation in front of んじゃない too. So, 行かないんじゃない I'm guessing he's not going. 美味しくないんじゃない I'm guessing, I don't know, but I think it's not delicious. Remember, you want to use this んじゃない when you're talking to others. Like, you don't really say that like on Twitter or like, you know, on Facebook or in your diary. If you want to say, I'm guessing he's not coming. I'm guessing it's expensive. You don't really want to say 高いんじゃない when you're talking to yourself or like you're just posting on SNS. Like it's best if you're talking to your friend. Your friend is like 高いかな I wonder if it's expensive and you want to say 高いんじゃない Or even when your friend doesn't mention the price, like your friend is like シャネルのカバン買いたい I want to buy Chanel bag and you want to say but I'm guessing it's expensive. You want to say 高いんじゃない高いんじゃない or でも高いんじゃない You can also put the no particle again after んじゃない and say んじゃないのんじゃないの and that means I thought it was blah blah blah. So for example, if you say 行くんじゃない then that's like I don't know but I think he's going. Whilst if you say 行くんじゃないの then it's more like I thought you were going, I thought he was going. So it's like you're told something different and you're shocked. Like if you want to say I thought you were gonna help me, you could say 手伝ってくれるんじゃないの手伝ってくれるんじゃないの So てくれる is you do something for me, right? And I appreciate it. But 手伝ってくれるんじゃないの makes it sound like I thought you were going to help me, but doesn't seem like you are. So your friend promised that she or he would help you, but now that person is like, I'm going to Hawaii tomorrow. And you're like, wait, I thought you were gonna help me. 手伝ってくれるんじゃないの You can also say 手伝ってくれるんじゃなかったの put in the past tense like you do in English, like I thought you were going to help me 手伝ってくれるんじゃなかったの Or your friend said he's really sick and that's why he can't hang out with you today, but you bump into him on the street and you're like, I thought you were sick. I thought you weren't feeling well. You could say 体調悪いんじゃないの体調悪いんじゃないの So 体調が悪い or more informally without the ga particle 体調悪い is how you say I'm not feeling well. And then んじゃないの I thought I thought something different. Or you thought your friend was Japanese and you ask him how to say hello in Japanese and your friend is like, I don't remember. Then you're like, wait, so you're not Japanese? I thought like you told me you were Japanese. I thought you were Japanese. You could say 日本人なんじゃないの日本人なんじゃないの So if you want to put a noun in front of this んじゃない you have to put noun. So noun な、んじゃない and な adjective too. な adjective with the なstill attached. んじゃない like 静かなんじゃない静かなんじゃないの I thought it was quiet. I thought it would be quiet. Yeah, so you can put the no particle twice technically, right? んじゃないの. But now let's compare the negation plus no at the end and んじゃない. So if you say 寝てないの, so 寝てない, so negation, right? 寝てない and then no, the explanatory particle. 寝てないの can either mean why aren't you sleeping? Like you're not sleeping? Explain to me why. Or the no particle can also express that you're surprised, right? So it could mean, wow, you're not sleeping? You haven't gone to bed? 寝てないの? You're not sleeping? Huh. But you say 寝てるんじゃない? 寝てるんじゃない? That means I'm guessing he's sleeping. I'm guessing she's sleeping. It's like the example from earlier. Like my boyfriend's not replying to me. Like 彼氏返事してくれない. And you could say maybe he's just sleeping. You could say 寝てるんじゃない? 寝てるんじゃない? And if you say 寝てるんじゃないの? Then that sounds more like I thought you were sleeping. I thought you went to bed. So for example, your boyfriend said, I'm going to bed. 寝るね. And you think he went to bed, but now you see him playing a game online. You could say 寝てるんじゃないの? Another example, if you say おいしくないの? It's like, is it not delicious? Tell me about it. Like, explain. Like, why are you not eating it? Is it because it's not delicious? おいしくないの? So that's the explanatory particle. You want the other person to explain. But if you say おいしいんじゃない? おいしいんじゃない? So, plus じゃない. Then that means I'm guessing it tastes good. I'm guessing it's delicious. おいしいんじゃない? But remember, it doesn't mean I'm guessing it's tasty. You can't say that to someone who is eating right now. You are saying it to your friend, for example, and we are both watching someone else eating, and maybe that person isn't really reacting much, but you are talking to your friend and it's like, I'm guessing he's enjoying his food. Maybe it's tasty. You want to say おいしいんじゃない? If you negate おいしい and say おいしくないんじゃない? おいしくないんじゃない? Then that would mean I'm guessing it's not delicious. Maybe his face is pale while eating. Then you say おいしくないんじゃない? Maybe it's not delicious. Maybe it doesn't taste good. Yeah, so depending on where you put the no particle, the meaning completely changes, right? Sometimes you'd also see this んじゃない not as a question. So for example, do you know もやし? Bean sprouts? They're really cheap in Japan, and a lot of students just eat もやし because they can't afford anything else. So it's like the food you eat when you can't afford anything else. And you often eat them. You can say よくもやし食べるんだ. よくもやし食べるんだ. And your friend could say もやし好きなんだ. おいしくて安いよね. So the first 好きなんだ, this んだ is like, oh, I see. You must like bean sprouts. Then you eat often, right? And then 安くておいしいよね. They're cheap and taste good, right? Then you could answer like 好きなんじゃないけど安いからよく食べる。好きなんじゃないけど安いからよく食べる。So, this 好きなんじゃない this んじゃない is used to negate partially. So usually you say this when you want to say it's wrong about what the other person said, but it's not completely wrong. It's like partially wrong and you want to correct partially, you often use this んじゃない. So in this case, 好きなんじゃない. We put this な because it's an adjective, right? 好きなんじゃない. So it's not that I like them. 安いから because they are cheap. よく食べる. I often eat them. So 好きなんじゃない. Not that I like them. So you're saying that they are. So like you don't want to fully say that your friend is wrong because they are cheap, they are delicious. But there was one thing that you weren't really correct, which is I don't like them. Not that I hate them, but I don't love them. That's why it sounds like 好きなんじゃない. So for example, your friend who doesn't study Japanese sees you study kanji a lot, and maybe you don't like kanji, but you're just studying kanji because you have to. And your friend is like, 漢字好きなんだね. Oh, you must like kanji. 漢字好きなんだね. And you can be like, 好きなんじゃない. It's not that I like them. So before I give you more examples with this んじゃない, let's compare 好きじゃないんだ or 好きじゃないの or 好きじゃないんです versus 好きなんじゃない. So 好きなんじゃない this is in front of じゃない, right? But you can also say 好きじゃないんです or 好きじゃないんだ 好きじゃないの. That would be as the classic usage, like you'll explain it. For example, you could say きゅうりを入れないでください. 好きじゃないんです. きゅうりを入れないでください. 好きじゃないんです. And that means please don't put the cucumber in. I don't like them. So you're explaining why I don't want cucumber in my sandwich, for example. Yeah, depending on where you put this the meaning changes, right? You can't say 好きなんじゃないです. It's not correct. 好きなんじゃないです or 好きなんじゃない in this context. If I say きゅうりを入れないでください, 好きなんじゃない, the other person will be like, what? Please don't put the cucumber. It's not that I like them. Or for example, you post a picture on Instagram and the description says 彼とうちで晩ご飯を食べた. 彼とうちで晩ご飯を食べた. I had dinner with my boyfriend at home and the food looks like you made it on Instagram and your friend comments like 作ってあげたんだ. 作ってあげたんだ. Oh, you made it for him. You cooked for him. You could be like, いや、作ったんじゃないよ. Nah, it's not true. I didn't make it for him. You could add more like, いや、作ったんじゃないよ. お店で買ってきたのを並べただけ. お店で買ってきたのを並べただけ. I just bought them in the store and put them on the plate. 作ったんじゃない. So you're saying that, nope, I didn't make them for him. But still, we had dinner together at home, but I didn't make them. Here, if you say 作らなかったの, then it sounds like you're explaining again, or it's more like something that the other person could reply like なんで作らなかったの? Why didn't you make it for him? Tell me. Or another situation, you tell your friend that you went to maid cafe, for example. メイドカフェに行った. And your friend could say like 秋葉原に行ったんだ. 楽しかった? Oh, so you went to Akihabara then. Was it fun? And you want to answer like, I didn't go to one in Akihabara, but it was fun. So maybe you went to one in, for example, Ikebukuro, but you are saying it was fun. Anyway, so you could say, 秋葉原に行ったんじゃないけど楽しかったよ。秋葉原に行ったんじゃないけど楽しかったよ。Alright, so that's how you can use んじゃない, right? What you wanna know is that んじゃない is often used like, I don't know, but I think, blah blah blah, or I'm guessing, blah blah blah. And it is really, really common. So you would probably hear this a lot. But remember to use this んじゃない when you're talking to someone, okay? So it's not the sort of thing that you'd like say on your own, like on Twitter. It's usually about the third person, like someone else. So you're talking to your friend about someone else or something else. So 明日雨降るんじゃない? I don't know, but I think it's going to rain. Maybe it's gonna rain tomorrow. So it's not you talking about your friend. Like you can't really say like, I'm guessing you're doing something. In fact, when you want to say, I'm guessing you're doing something, you just want to use んだ or no. Like, じゃあ明日忙しいんだ. So I'm guessing you're busy tomorrow. If you say 忙しいんじゃない, then it sounds like, I'm guessing he or she is busy and you're telling that to your friend. Alright, I hope you found this lesson helpful. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch longer version of my lessons, please support me on Patreon. And I also do Patreon exclusive video chat every month and Patreon exclusive videos on Patreon. I actually just uploaded a video where I explain and read a Japanese children's book together. Alright, so thank you so much for watching and supporting me, and make sure to follow me on other social medias too, Twitter, Instagram, and also I'm going to start streaming on Twitch too, so please check that out too. Alright, thank you so much, ありがとね, bye bye!